I need to talk about something that is all over my feed right now. Earn $10,000 a month from your phone. I made six figures in my first year. You just need to find your passion and monetize it. I am not going to do that to you because here is the truth about side hustles that nobody in the highlight reel wants to say out loud. Most of them are not worth your time. And the ones that actually move the needle on your finances work for a very specific reason that has nothing to do with passion and everything to do with leverage. Today, we are cutting through the noise. No drop shipping promises, no passive income fantasies, just an honest look at what high leverage side income actually looks like and how to figure out if one is genuinely possible for you. Let me get three things out of the way before we talk about what actually works. Myth one: passive income is for everyone. It isn't. Passive income, money that comes in without ongoing work, almost always requires a significant upfront investment of either time, money, or both. If you are starting from zero, passive income is a season three goal, not a starting point. Myth two: just monetize your passion. Your passion does not have to be your income. In fact, forcing it to be your income often destroys the passion. What you need is a skill that is useful to other people, not a hobby you love. Myth three: you need a big following to make money online. You don't. 100 clients at $50 is $5,000. You do not need an audience. You need a service and a way to find the people who need it. Those three myths are what keep people spinning on the wrong things. Now let's talk about what actually works. So, what makes a side hustle high leverage? Three things. First, your hourly rate. High leverage hustles pay more per hour than low leverage ones. Delivering food might earn you $12 an hour. Writing copy for a small business might earn you $50. Consulting in your professional area might earn you $100 or more. Same time. Very different return. Second, skill premium. The more specialized the skill, the less competition, and the higher the rate you can charge. Skills you already have from your day job are often worth far more on the open market than you realize. Third, low barrier to start. High leverage side hustles generally require minimal upfront cost. You are selling time and expertise, not products. No inventory, no warehouse, no $2,000 startup cost. I want to give you a framework for thinking about side income. I call it the three tiers. And your goal is to understand which tier you're starting from, because that changes everything about which hustle makes sense for you. Tier one, skill for hire. You have a marketable skill: writing, design, coding, bookkeeping, social media, project management, video editing, and you sell that skill directly to clients. This is the fastest path to meaningful extra income for most people. High hourly rate, low startup costs, starts with a conversation. Tier two, knowledge products. You package what you know into something repeatable: a template, a guide, a short course, a worksheet. You do the work once and it can sell multiple times, requires an audience or a way to reach one. Takes longer to build but has compounding potential. Tier three, service businesses. You build something with systems: a cleaning service, a bookkeeping practice, a social media agency. This takes the most time to build, but eventually decouples your income from your direct hours. Most people watching this should start at tier one today, not tier three in 18 months. Let's spend time on tier one because this is where most of you should start. And most people dramatically underestimate the value of skills they already have. Here are 10 high leverage tier one skills with realistic starting rates for freelance work. Copywriting and content writing, $40 to $80 per hour or per project. Bookkeeping and basic accounting, $30 to $60 per hour. Graphic design, $35 to $75 per hour. Social media management, $400 to $200 per month per client. Video editing, $30 to $75 per hour. Virtual assistants, $20 to $45 per hour. Web design, $50 to $100 per hour. Tutoring or coaching in your professional area, $40 to $150 per hour. Translation or transcription, $25 to $60 per hour. Project management consulting, $60 to $120 per hour. If you work in any of these areas professionally, you already have the skill. You are just not selling it yet. The single most common reason people don't start a side hustle is, I don't know what I'd offer. So I'm going to give you a 3-question skill audit to do right now, or pause and do after this video. Question 1: what do people ask you to help with? At work, in your friend group, online? What is a thing where people come to you and say, "You're good at this, can you help me?" That is a marketable skill. Question 2: what do you do at work that someone outside your organization would pay for? Not your job title, your actual tasks. Spreadsheet modeling, writing emails, managing projects, creating presentations, editing content, training people, organizing systems. Question 3: what have you learned in the last 2 years that someone just starting out would pay to skip? A certification, a tool, a hard won lesson. You don't need to be the world's expert. You need to be 3 steps ahead of the person you're helping. Those 3 questions will surface at least one viable tier 1 hustle for almost everyone watching this. Before we go further, let's talk about the low leverage traps, the side hustles that eat time without proportionate return. Trap 1: survey apps and microtask platforms. Average hourly rate, $2 to $5. This is not a side hustle. This is a distraction. Trap 2: drop shipping without capital or a marketing skill. Most drop shipping businesses fail within 6 months. The profit margins are thin, the competition is high, and success almost always requires either significant ad spend or an existing audience. Trap 3: multi level marketing. If you have to pay to join and your income depends primarily on recruiting others, it is not a side hustle. It is a risk. Trap 4: content creation as a primary income strategy from day one. Building an audience takes months to years. It can work, but it is a long game, not a fast income solution. Do not quit your job for a YouTube channel you started 3 months ago. None of these are impossible. They are just low leverage for the time and effort they require. 3 people, 3 different starting points, 3 hustles that worked, and the specific thing that made them high leverage. First, Amara, 27, HR coordinator. Her skill audit surfaced one clear answer. She writes job descriptions and interview frameworks every day at work and does it well. She started offering this as a freelance service to small businesses on LinkedIn. Within 8 weeks, she had 2 regular clients at $300 per month each, $600 of extra income, 0 startup cost. Then Daniel, 24, junior software developer. He tried dropshipping first, spent 3 months, made $40, gave up. His skill audit gave him a different answer. He was good at explaining technical concepts to non-technical people. He started offering 1-hour tech clarity sessions to small business owners who were confused about their website, their tools, their data. $60 a session, 2 sessions a week. That's $480 a month from 8 hours of work at a rate of $60 per hour. The same skill that felt too ordinary to sell was worth 6 times more than his dropshipping attempt. And Priya, 31, primary school teacher. She felt she had no monetizable skills. I just teach children, that doesn't translate. Her skill audit disagreed. She started offering tutoring sessions for primary school students in maths and reading. $40 an hour, 4 hours on Saturday mornings. $160 a week, over $600 a month, from 16 hours. She turned away clients within 3 months. Teachers are chronically underselling the most in-demand service in the knowledge economy. Here's what starting actually looks like, because this is where most people get stuck. They know what they'd offer. They just don't know how to find the first client. Step 1, define your offer in 1 sentence, not a brand name. 1 sentence: I help type of person with a specific problem so they can outcome. Write it out loud if you have to. Keep it simple. Step 2, tell 5 people, not social media, not a website. 5 actual people in your network who might need this or know someone who does. A text, an email, A LinkedIn message. This is how first clients happen, not from a beautifully designed website that nobody visits. Step three, do the first one at a rate that feels slightly uncomfortable. Not free. Free devalues the work and attracts clients who don't value it. But do not wait until you feel ready to charge what you're worth. The first client pays for confidence. Step four, ask for a testimonial when it goes well. One good testimonial from a real client is worth more than any marketing you could do in the first 6 months. Let me show you what even a modest side income does to your financial picture. If you earn $300 extra per month from a tier one hustle, that's one small client, roughly 5 to 6 hours of work. Here is what that unlocks over 12 months. Directed to your escape fund, fully funded in under 3 months instead of 8. Directed to your debt, an extra $3,600 to your target debt per year, potentially years off your repayment timeline. Directed to investments, $3,600 per year into an index fund, compounding over 20 years at an average 8% return, becomes over $178,000. $300 a month, one client, 5 hours of work a week. That is not life changing on its own. But directed with intention into the systems from episodes 2 through 7, it absolutely is. Here's your challenge for this week: 2 steps. Step one, do the 3-question skill audit. Write down what comes up. Don't filter it. Don't decide it's not good enough before you've even looked at it. Just write. Step two, write your 1-sentence offer based on what surfaces, even a rough draft, even something that feels a bit clunky. Get it out of your head and onto paper. That's it. No website, no logo, no business plan. Just the audit and the sentence. Comment hustle below, and I'll send you the link to the side hustle skill audit worksheet. It walks you through the 3 questions with prompts and includes a simple 1-sentence offer builder. Takes about 20 minutes. Most people find at least 2 viable options by the end of it. I know the objection that some of you have right now, and it's a fair one. Chloe, I already work full time. I'm tired. I don't have the energy for a side hustle on top of everything else. I hear that, genuinely. And if your energy is genuinely at capacity right now, a side hustle might not be the right season for you. And that is a completely valid position. Your well being is not something to trade for income. But here's what I gently push back on: most people aren't at actual capacity. Most people are at perceived capacity, exhausted by a life that doesn't feel like it's going anywhere. And sometimes the thing that reignites energy is having a goal that feels like yours, a project that you're building, money that you earned outside the system someone else put you in, 5 hours a week. One client, that's the ask. Not a second career, not another full-time job. Just 5 hours and the equivalent of 2.5 episodes of a TV series you watch anyway. What you do with that 5 hours is up to you, but I'd rather you chose. The honest part of this episode: I tried 3 side hustles before one worked. The first 2, I won't bore you with the details, were low leverage traps that ate about 4 months of weekends and produced almost nothing. And the thing that was most demoralizing wasn't the money. It was the feeling that I tried and it hadn't worked, and maybe I just wasn't someone who could do this. What I hadn't done was the skill audit. I was trying to build things from scratch instead of monetizing what I already knew. The hustle that eventually worked was embarrassingly obvious in hindsight, and it started with a conversation, not a business plan. If you've tried before and it didn't work, it almost certainly wasn't because you can't. It was because the hustle didn't match your leverage. And now you have a way to find the one that does. The audit is the difference. Loud budgeting moment. My colleagues were discussing getting a subscription to a premium professional tool for the team. And someone looked at me and said, "You're good at this stuff. Couldn't you just build us something simpler?" And I thought, yes, I could. And I could also charge someone else for that. I said yes to the team. I also opened a notes app and wrote down small business tool setup, potential offer. Because that question, couldn't you just do this, is often the skill audit doing the work for you in real time. Every time someone asks you to do something because you're good at it, that is market research. Someone is telling you there is demand for what you already have. Comment hustle for the side hustle skill audit worksheet. Go back to episode 6 if you haven't set up your automated payday routine yet. Because when the side income starts coming in, you need a system ready to receive it. I'm Chloe. Do the audit. Write the sentence. Keep figuring it out. See you next week.